feel like I'm 4 kings. I knock your man out the frame like a picture of white Jesus from blowing off steam. You a shit to go blind if you look at my mind and seeing half the shit that I seen. You gon' respect this again.
What is going on, people, and welcome back to another sports reaction. I am your host, John F. Pitney, and of course, we're talking about the Chicago Bears that took on the Baltimore Ravens. And welcome to the Postgame show and its Week 11 matchup between them two. Man, yet again, the Chicago Bears defense ended up failing the Chicago Bears offense. This turned out to be a very close game. I've said even in the pregame show that these teams do match up very well. The Chicago Bears have always matched up well against the AFC North, but this season seems like not to be the best thing for them. They now fall to 1-3, going against the AFC North for the first time, I believe, since maybe 2009. So Baltimore was able to drive down the field and get the win. Tyler Huntley was able to drive 77 yards down the field in less than a minute, damn near, and was able to go down there and get the last score of the game with a short yardage run by Freeman. Ended the game for the Bears. It is what it is. You know, now the Bears fall down to 3-7. Goddamn. This game was a mess, but it was some good come from it. I don't know, man. That was a real tough game to see, man. It was tough, and I missed half of it. I was at work the first half, so I was trying to rush back and make it to the game so I could talk about it. But goddamn, man, it ended in the worst way possible. Worst way possible. Yo, what's going on, bro, man? Yeah, man, fire Matt Nagy. That shit was trash. It is what it is, man. Plus, on top of that, Justin Fields got hurt. Yeah, the Bears was able to score a couple touchdowns late in the game, but yet again, the defense failed to make plays. Roquan Smith and Robert Quinn played their asses off. Gibson, the defensive end, played his ass off. They got to the quarterback multiple times. They did their job in the front seven. It was just a simple fact that, yet again, I've said it before, everyone is going to stay away from Jalen Johnson. They're going to attack Kendall Vildor. And yet again, guess what happened? Kendall Vildor blown coverage on him. It was either him or DeAndre Houston Carson that missed the coverage and allowed the man to be wide open down the field on the 3rd and 15. God damn, it's right, Nicker. Yeah, you better say Nicker because you already know you lost your black card, so it don't even matter. Some of our O-line and draft picks were able to play and show their stuff. Yeah, I'm about to say Larry Borum. He played terrific out there. It was a few times that he jumped off sides here and there, but other than that, man, he played terrific out there. The offensive line was able to hold up for the most part. They still did allow a lot of pressure, but I expect it to happen. You know, this is league minimum guys out there. This better be his last name, Knack. You already know it's not Butters. You already know it's not. You already know they're gonna wait until the end of the season before they fire him. You know, it is what it is, man. It's gonna be a tough road down the line for the Bears. And now the Bears got a Thanksgiving game coming up against Detroit Lions, and with Justin Fields not being in there, the Bears looked that much more vulnerable, basically. They were supposed to beat them guys' ass. Need some new coaching. Get me out there to advocate for these guys because this shit, hell no, because this shit was crazy, buddy. Buddy had 11 tackles. No, he had more tackles than that, actually. Roquan Smith had like 16 tackles that game. He was playing lights out. The whole front seven did their job. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. They attacked the quarterback. But when you have only one real good corner, Eddie Jackson's still out, and then you got Kendall Vildor, who's really a nickelback playing number 2. You get exposed out there. You get exposed, and that's exactly what happened. That defensive back got exposed. It's as simple as that, man. They just got exposed, man. This coaching staff is complete disgrace, bro. Man, that Sean Desai, he doing his best out there. But when it come down to it, it come down to the GM. He the one who constructed this team. He the one who let Cal Fuller walk. He the one who got Kendall Vildor being in a position to be able to start. And that's the reason why the Bears lost the game. Not able to get the right stops. Every time they get them stopped on third down, the goddamn defensive backs would give up a big game every single time, and that's exactly what happened. I'm broken down. Oh, but it's fuck over it, man. It's still a football game. Yeah, it's disappointing to see. It's still like, man, it's disappointing to see our team be 3-7 at this time after losing 2 consecutive games because of the defense was not able to get stops and allow not only the Steelers and now Baltimore Ravens offense to be able to drive down the field with a broken down Big Ben for the goddamn Steelers, and now a motherfucking Lamar Jackson list Baltimore Ravens. You allow them to drive down the field and fucking score. So yeah, it's disappointing. Darnell Mooney is a beast. Are you finally admitting it, CEO? Because at first you were saying he was average, he was below average, he's not that good, but now he's showing out, and now you had no choice but to give him his props. On Oklahoma State staff and Georgia coaching staff to coach the Bears. Just because they do what they do in the college game don't mean it's gonna translate to the NFL. Fuck around, they try to pull that shit with them grown men. They being went off on. Need to get that. They need to get Nagy the fuck out of the shit. Be sharing, get you some feedback because this shit was terrible. Hey man, that's what happens, man. That's what happens when people not prepared to do what they need to do out there. That coaching, you can blame the coaching staff on some of it, but I already said it multiple times before. It comes down to player execution. Players do not execute when it mattered the most. Like I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. The front seven did everything that they were supposed to do all the way up until the end when they basically damn near just gave up. They did everything they were supposed to do. They got 5-6 sacks in this game. What happened? The goddamn cornerbacks and the safeties, not having enough talent out there. Eddie Jackson was definitely missed in this game. If Khalil Mack was there, that'd have been just more added pressure on the quarterback. But when it come down to it, having Kendall Vildor be out there as your starting corner is what fucked the Bears yet again. It's too many times that be happening. Yeah, Butters, your ass wilding now. They were chanting "Fire Nagy" at Soldier Field. I can believe it. I can believe it. But we know he's not gonna get fired until the end of the season. Right now, most Bear fans' excuses are gonna be, oh, we're just gonna focus on Justin Fields. No, man, he out now. So when it come down to it, what you gonna focus on? What you gonna focus on? Hoping that the Bears is able to at least squeeze in a few more wins throughout the season. It is what it is. What are the positives about the Bears' offense? Defense needs some young blood with Khalil Mack injured. They had young blood out there. They had his young brother out there that had a half a sack out there, who was able to get a few pressures out there. They had a whole bunch of reserve guys out there, so they like I said, they did their job. Other than the corners, wow, the positives about the offense that they was able to throw the ball down the field finally after not being able to do it the whole goddamn game, and it led to points. If they was able to do it a hell of a lot sooner, then maybe then this turned into a blowout for the Bears. But because they wasn't able to do it a lot earlier, it is what it is. Unfreaking unbelievable. I know. I already know. It's crazy. Yeah, but let's go watch it because you're gonna need it because I catch you when the stream is over. I guess. I feel no emotions. The Bears can't hurt me. Sure can fucking make me violent. Oh shit, man. Go out there and be violent, shit. That's exactly how the hell I feel, shit. I wanted Darius Houston to have a great rookie season, but he got injured, and I'm not sure if he has a future on this team. Hey, man, he probably have a future on a different team. We don't know. Every time the Bears come out of a bye week, they look terrible. Well, we can't just blame that on Matt Nagy because that shit was happening even back with Mark Trestman. Matter of fact, Mark Trestman, I believe, is the last one to get a victory. So that's been happening all the way with John Fox and everybody else. Probably Mark Trestman in the second year, then John Fox, then Nagy. So that's three different coaches that they've been bad in the bad week. So it leads to it's all about how they prepare. It seems like no coaching staff can properly prepare this team. We may have to get a top 5 draft pick at this rate. Lions going 0-16. We already gave away that draft pick to the Giants. If you didn't know that, that's how we got Justin Fields. Yo, on a serious note, the Ravens look terrible. Hey man, I said at certain times they was gonna look bad in this game, CEO. I said they was gonna look bad, but Justin Fields got hurt. It led to the Bears scoring down the field, but it just like I said, the defense was not able to do what the hell they were supposed to do. Hey, bro, it is tough. Bears couldn't get it done in the end. The players need to be mentally there during the off season. Now they need to be mentally there now. You can't wait until the off season. The season already going. If they're not ready now, then you might as well should just say fuck it and lead the team. Basically, ain't no other way to put it. Chicago Bears had more than every opportunity to win this game. They just ain't like it always been incompetent play calling. When it come down to it, they had 2 weeks of putting up good numbers offensively. Just couldn't stop them defensively. After that, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But it is what it is, man. The Bears eventually gonna have to bounce back from. I don't know if it's gonna be the following week after that. I don't know if it's gonna be against Detroit. They might lose against Detroit. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna make a difference. You have to change the roster. You have to change the GM. It ain't just gonna be the coach this time around. Ravens coaching staff's looking legit. Yeah, they've been looking it. But if we clean house and the new coaching staff might want a new quarterback, we're completely fucked. Ain't nobody gonna want to switch from Justin Fields just like that after he has shown some type of promise out there. Other than the simple fact he can't stay healthy consistently, is that a testament to the simple fact not only the offensive line is bad, but also he can't read a defense on a consistent basis, and that's what leading to him having to possibly just get hit and take a big hit out there. So it's a combination of a lot of things that's leading to him getting injured. So he's going to have to work on a lot of things as well. But I don't believe that a new coaching staff immediately is just going to want to change from Justin Fields. I would even if the Bears did somehow lose to the Lions, which that would surprise the hell out of me if they were to. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Misuse of timeouts. That was one of the factors, but that wasn't a huge factor. What fucked them is literally just not being on the correct man. That's what fucked the Bears. Not being on the correct man on that 3rd and 15. He basically threw the ball up. If the cornerback is right there, that's an easy interception. Game over. Bears win. Yeah. Cartman, I swear. No draft, offensive lineman, draft #1 receiver, Jameis Williams, wide receiver, Alabama. That's if he available. It's only how that can happen. There aren't any notable #1 quarterbacks coming out of the draft, of the incoming draft. Okay. I don't know. I have to review it, honestly. I have to look over it. I have to look over the quarterbacks that's even going to the draft. But I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm pretty sure it's not. More offensive linemen, wide receivers, defensive players in this upcoming draft. Well, we know that Justin Fields not gonna get replaced no time soon. I'm putting my money on the bum ass Lions to beat the bum ass Bears. Yeah, you can put your money on it, but I'm pretty sure the Bears gonna make you eat those words. They ain't losing to the Lions. I'll tell you that right now. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna get a Lions a Make-A-Wish Foundation win in Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's only if it was. I saw that. Hell no. What it is, man. The Chicago Bears once again lose 16-13 after yet again making the right plays at the end of the game. It's just ridiculous that this fucking happened to the Bears again. And of course, Justin Fields being injured. So we're just gonna have to find out how long it's gonna be before he even come back. Wow. At one point, the Bears is 3-2. They looking like a goddamn legitimate contender. And then next thing you know, boom, just like that, 5 consecutive losses. Yet again, with Matt Nagy, I believe since 2019, they have had 3 consecutive seasons of having at least 5 losses, 5 consecutive losses. So yeah, that's rough. All are coming from Georgia, Alabama, Oklahoma State, Ohio State, and Michigan. All of those wide receivers and defensive players. Who should we hire on the coaching staff? I don't know. At this time, I don't know. I have to look back on everything, review. I'm gonna have to go back and review the first half tape on everything and see what happened and see what adjustments did the Bears make, because it really was no proper adjustments all the way into the end of the game based on the second half of what I seen. It seemed like it really wasn't a lot of adjustments. It was just that they made the right plays at the right time in that moment, and that's what led to scores later on in the game. But other than that, it seemed like the offensive lineman wasn't blocking overall particularly well, but they was able to at least bat the quarterback sometime. They was able to run the ball okay. It wasn't like the best, but they was able to at least get a few good runs from David Montgomery here and there. Justin Fields running out of the pocket and making a few plays here and there before the injury. Other than that, once Andy Dalton came in, because he hasn't played in a while, he was a little rusty. Overthrew Darnell Mooney a handful of times. Overthrew Marquise Goodwin a few times. His timing seemed to be off, and that's what led to the Bears basically having to punt. Of course, if he was playing a little bit more, would that happen? I don't know. I don't know if he could have made the play still, but when he was able to make those plays, he did. Of course, a 60-yard reception by Darnell Mooney, and then also another deep pass to Marquise Goodwin late in the game. John Butters turned heel. The Bears finally broke him. What type of video did he put out now? He probably put out something crazy. I'll probably have to catch it after the show is over. But I ain't no telling. So it is what it is with Butters. It is what it is. But it's just very disappointing. It's just very disappointing to see. But I will be back next week. I will be putting out the next pregame video, Bears versus Detroit Lions Thanksgiving edition, basically pregame. So go ahead and get ready to start working on that probably either today or tomorrow, and then put that video out there so then y'all can check that out too. But yeah, man, I'm getting ready to end it real soon. Get ready to call it a day. So once again, this is Jonah Fibney bringing it back to you with another post-game show. Once again, the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens in this Week 11 matchup, and the Bears lose 16-13. So there you go. All right, people. Peace out.
What you wanna, but fam, it don't matter. This is just the introduction. I'm gonna be busting from here on after. So cease with the laughter. If you see disaster,